So today, Charlie Kirk's chickens came home to roost. And I'm not one to share thoughts and prayers for white supremacists. I'm not one that will share thoughts and prayers for a bigot and a racist. So with that being said, welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So before I go any further, before there's any misunderstanding, let me be perfectly clear. I don't condone violence. I don't think that people should be harmed for their political thoughts or political views. I think that the best way to defeat negative speech is with positive speech. The best way to defeat racism is with organization and solidarity. Political organization, mobilization, protests. I think those are the best ways to deal with it instead of using violence. But with that being said, let me explain to you why, I don't have any love for this man. A lot of times, just because someone is killed or because someone passes away, all of a sudden people have all these nice things to say about them, all this fake love to show for them, even though they adamantly oppose the person. And I'm not going to be one of those fake people. I have no love for this man. This is a man who said, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. Basically suggesting that black people are unqualified, that black people are unskilled, that black people are unintelligent, that black people are only in position because of, what they call reverse racism and what they deem as quote unquote DEI programs. This is a man who spent his life opposing diversity, equity, and inclusion. This is a man who helped elect that tyrant, Donald Trump. This is a man who referred to George Floyd as a scumbag who doesn't deserve the attention that he's receiving. We all know what happened to George Floyd. Minneapolis police unalived that brother. They had, one of those officers had his knee on that brother's neck while the brother was crying out that he can't breathe. And at least two other police were holding this brother down. But yet and still, as far as Charlie Kirk is concerned, the brother was nothing but a scumbag. The brother didn't deserve the attention that he received, when people were marching in the streets around the country and around the world, making it clear that Black Lives Matter, protesting against the injustice that occurred. He thought that George Floyd didn't deserve that attention. Basically, in his twisted ass mind, and I'm talking about Kirk's twisted ass mind, Black lives don't matter. This is a man who blamed the spike in crime on, efforts to defund the police. And the ironic thing is this. This is a man who basically said that the Second Amendment is worth the cost, regardless of mass shootings, that happen in this country. And he has literally reaped what he has sown. Now, this man had championed, the Second Amendment at the expense of the people. He made those comments about how it's worth the cost right after some mass shooting that occurred. Now, he's in a situation where he was shot by somebody. And I wonder if his supporters will have that same energy around Second Amendment rights. Will they still have that same opposition to reasonable gun control? And likely the answer is yes, because even when members of Congress were gunned down, that same Congress decided to oppose reasonable gun control laws. So yeah, I had to get on here and share my quick thoughts. What do you all think about this situation? I want to hear from you. And if you haven't already done so, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And shout out to the people who have been supporting me over the years, supporting this page and channel over the years. Much respect. So again, tell me your thoughts about this situation. Peace.